when we talk about outsourcing, focusing on particular industry, market. So I'm a huge fan of like focusing on one small region, just because my strategy using social media, it's based on the networking and connecting with people. And why I choose one, I mean, why I'm a huge fan of like focusing on one area before going somewhere else, is that I mean, just the fact of like focusing on one area allow you to create quickly a network and quickly to create connection with people in the same environment, in the same industry. And the magical on this is that it's that you like, if someone, for example, on LinkedIn, if someone you send a connection request, if someone see that you already connect with someone from his network, he will have more envy to connect with you and start a conversation with you, which does not happen if you go one day, you do lead generation in New York, and then another day you do lead generation in Los Angeles, and then another day you do lead generation in Austin, for example. And that's the same country, but it's so huge that you have very few probability that the people are have the same network. So for me, in my lead generation, in my targeting the countries or city, I go from the very small. First, I go from one city, and then I take every single person. I try to contact every single person in that city who are related to what I want to provide. Like I see here, Martech, yes. I mean, then if I have to target Martech, and one city, I will go, for example, Brussels, and I will try to find all those Martech company to reach out. What will bring this, what will be the value is that I will connect with a lot of people there. And those people are from the same city, from the same environment. And then quickly, if you have a large connection and large network on those Martech environments, and then you have like people there, quickly, if you go somewhere else, people will see that you have already a network there. And then you can grow like this and go by city or to other city. So yes, one region, one country, but I will say also one city. Of business to do already in one city. So start like this, your network is going to grow. You're going to be like specialized in a blockchain, for example. If you target a blockchain environment, you will be like networking and getting a network in the blockchain. That will be, anyway, it will be really useful when you're going to go to another city or another country and target, because people are going to see you already have a network in this environment, in this Martech or blockchain or whatever, and then you create some credibility in your prospecting demarche, like prospecting, how do you say that? Your prospecting reach out. So this is my point of view. It works good for me. It works really good because I didn't want to, I always say, if you run around the world, you get lost. If you target and you go narrow and city, I mean, everybody wants big, but nobody can handle big. So sometimes it's better to start small and do little steps. And it's the accumulation of those steps that makes you big. What are concrete steps in order and timeline? I just described it to maybe a marketing strategy to test this region. Well, again, social media, they give you almost for free all the possibility to test the market. But of course, if you don't target a small market, and if you target a really huge market, it will cost you a lot of money to target this huge market, and the results are not going to be that efficient. So again, my advice, test your approach on a small target. You don't need to test it on like 10,000 people. You can test your target and your targeting and your market with 1,000 people. And of course, with social media, it's easy. I mean, if you do it with Facebook, the goal of social media, it's just not pushing content and pay Facebook ads, for example, on Facebook. It's to make the people realize that you exist. When people start to realize you exist because they see a Facebook ads, they saw a content you create, and then when you are smart enough, and then not just pushing content but analyze also the return. When, for example, you go on your website and see who went to your website, there is little, so they give you the domain name of you, and you retarget those people who went to your website, following, seeing one advertising or your Instagram post or whatever. Then you know your market. You know how to deal with your market. And if it's successful, you just duplicate this to another market, another city. And then if you can do it for a small market, believe me, you can do it for a bigger market, and so on and so on and so on. So yes, still you can do it, marketing activities, but marketing activity, you have to be smart. Marketing activities is not just pushing content and hoping people the leads will come from the sky. You still have to learn, and you still have to work a little bit, not even a little bit, a lot, when you do marketing campaign, or when you use hats and stuff like that. What should be the goals for such testing? Interest, willingness to meet in person, relevant needs in 2 years, and time frame, or something else? I will tell you honestly, all of them, maybe at different level, but all of them. Interest, of course, you don't do that to have no interest. Stop it. If you don't have any interest, then no need to spend money, no need to spend time on doing it if you don't calculate the interest. And interest, once again, you have to forget that the interest is like, I want to buy from you. The interest is that, you have something interested. Maybe we should talk, or maybe in the future. All those stuff are positive answer. Willingness to meet in person. There is a change of the game, and I realized, I tested myself those last months, and I'm implementing this in startups here in Luxembourg. I realized that it's more and more complicated to sell without meeting the people. It's crazy. I mean, even here in Luxembourg, the startup, it's a very small country, but you know, when they hire a salesperson, they ask me to do the testing of those salesperson, and they don't want the salesperson to be in the office. They don't want the salesperson to do LinkedIn stuff, the startups. They want the salesperson to spend evening at meetups. They don't care he's in the office. They want the salesperson to do meetings, to go to meetups, to meet personally the people, exchange business cards, and then when they come back to the office, send a LinkedIn connection and start the work from there. Because they reverse the engineering, like saying, okay, I connect and then we meet. Here right now, we try to do the opposite. Even like bigger company, they are more attracted by salesperson who go meet the people than spending time to connect with people. That doesn't change the game of social selling and social media and email marketing and so on. Doesn't mean this. But once you have meet the people in person, it's ease everything. Everything, it's easy. It's more easy. You got the connection, and then company prefer that you spend time in the evening. They don't care you come to the office, not in the office in the morning. If you have spend your time in a nice meetup, that where you can meet people and stuff like that. So yes, willingness to meet, something that now I'm telling all the people I'm coaching, in your signature, your email signature, your LinkedIn signature, you always put a way to schedule a call with you. Always. Someone who sent me an invitation where there is right now on LinkedIn, or someone who start a conversation about pitching me something, and I don't find a way clearly, if you want, you can schedule a meeting with me to call and take the best time in your meeting. For me now, right now, the salesperson is not really professional. because it doesn't create the envy to meet me in person. I see so many, I'm doing some audit on LinkedIn profile. I see so many LinkedIn profile. It's almost impossible to reach out if I want to reach you out. There is no telephone number. Your email address is a Gmail address, and you're a salesperson. So your email address has to be like in big. Everybody should be able to call you. Everybody should be able to send you an email, and everybody should be able quickly to schedule a call with you by just clicking on the link. That's the new approach. Willingness to meet, yes, in person, and relevant needs. Again, it's a dream to think that you're going to do all this process and you're only going to have customer like exactly need your stuff. That will be a dream for everybody, but that will be a miracle. You won't have that relevant needs. It's still your job to discover the needs, to adapt yourself to those needs of the customer, and not reverse the stuff. I only want to work with people who need this. Well, you have very few chance to find someone who's going to contact you and want to work with you only because you need this. In 2 years and 3 years time frame, guys, sales is a long-term game. It's not a short-term game. It's a long-term game, and we all realize it's getting more and more and more complicated to sell. IT service, whatever, is getting more and more complicated. We all realize this. So I will say 1 or 2 years is maybe long, but if you play the game of selling and you try to sell something, whatever, in B2B, and if you don't give yourself 6 to 7 months, then don't play the game. Just do whatever you want and wait that a potential customer comes to and bring you some business. You know, this is right now the market. It's, of course, you can be lucky. Of course, you can have a chance that people come back to you or people come to you. I see other question about clutch. If you want to, if we have time, I can tell you a little bit. But it's a long term, 6 to 7 months. That's the game, and sometimes it takes 1 year, depending on what you want to bring to the people. It's not that easy. So it was indeed, Sergey, it was a really good question. There was different step on those questions. Yeah, I mean, for me to resume, start small target, test the target, do some marketing activity. It doesn't have to be like 50K business, 50K US dollar. I mean, depending on the size of the company, your company, I mean, 50K, it's a lot when you can do. I mean, I'm very present on social media. I mean, you can find me very fast in Instagram. I'm publishing, and my budget for this, and it creates leads, incoming leads, and my budget, it's like maybe $100 a month, because there is stuff that I don't do myself. I ask someone to do it, and I have to pay this person. But I mean, I don't spend like 50K in 1 year for my marketing and stuff. And I'm testing the market, and I get leads from my social media. That's the magic of social media. The people who don't understand that right now, I mean, they will be lost very fast if they're not already lost. You can get everything for free almost, and you don't need to spend a huge budget. If you wait 2-3 years, I already said that, but if you wait 2-3 years to jump deeply in those advertising on Facebook or Instagram, I mean, Google is already overpriced, but believe me, in 2-3 years, you cannot afford to pay Facebook ads. So yeah, you need to test it. It's very cheap for the moment. It's $100 for me, and I'm very present. I mean, everybody can attest that I'm very present. I get leads from this. It's not like a super professional, but at least people know me, and people know my brand and know my personality. Sometimes it's not your company that is important. It's not what you do is important. It's the image you're reflecting yourself. It's not from me, but I read not long ago an article about the Wolf of Wall Street, the real guy, the Jordan Belfort, and he's doing some training right now. I'm thinking about should I follow it? I mean, it's kind of cheap, and I'm surprised because it's really cheap. And he said one thing really like I knew it, but it was not so obvious. He said like it's a sales. It's like a combination of three stuff. One, the person who you want him to buy from you, he have to like you personally. Second, he have to have some kind of need or like what you do. And third, he have to like also or love the image your company deliver. And if you don't have these three combinations, liking you, like what you do, like the image of your company, it becomes very, very difficult to sell. Maybe you're going to sell. But if you have the three, the person likes you, he likes your product, or your service, and he likes the image your company give, then it's much more easy. And that's what you have to do. It's not only working on your personality, it's also working on deliver and make your service sexy, and then make the image of a company sexy also. So if those three are aligned, it's much more easy to sell. So it's not only one way. It's like right now it's very global. And it's sad because we were supposed that, I mean, a few years ago, it was kind of easy. But right now, I mean, you need to be present everywhere. And the most present you are, the most good image, the branding is really important. But it's not the branding, to join the clutch question. It's not the branding you are just putting on your LinkedIn profile. We have been rating in clutch. Guys, I want to tell you a secret. I mean, people here, they know that Clutch is contacting IT company to sell the review on Clutch. And once everybody put, we are number one in Clutch, we are number two in the 10 top, I mean, you lose a lot of value. So having a recommendation like Clutch is good if everything around this is aligned with this recommendation. Being the top 10 mobile developer in Ukraine, for example, and recommended by Clutch, but your website is shitty. You don't have social proof of quality. Like you don't have like one of your application for iOS on the top 10 or the top 100 application in the iOS market, and your salespeople don't have a relevant profile, for example, then don't pay for the Clutch recommendation, you know. It will be destroyed by everything around it. So it's global. It's not one stuff. It's good to have a Clutch recommendation, but if the rest around this Clutch, your company, it's not aligned, then it's useless. People are not going to trust you anyway. And we know that, I mean, Clutch, but other websites are contacting company saying, if you pay an advertising here, we will promote your company by this. We all know this. So sometimes when I see like in my LinkedIn profile, 2, 4, 5 companies putting the same day that we are top on Clutch, I'm like, okay, I don't pay attention. I don't even go look at the profile because what's the value?
Yes, I think we have to finish for now.
You ready? It's going to be the shortest interaction.
Yes, this is the main sense of this video. It should be short and most informative video because just one question, just one answer.
Okay.
Okay. So
I
guys,
hope I give the answer. If you have some other answer, just put in the comment. I will try to take time to answer personally to everybody. Everybody can reach me by direct message. If you have one question, I'm trying to give an answer like of course, if it's one question that I already come or it's already in the video, I will tell you go see the video. But
yes, of course. And from time to time, I will come back to you, and we will make such a video like this because this is our constantly hidden headline in our community to make such type of video. So guys on Facebook, thank you very much. Manuel, thank you very much. Guys,
you're welcome, Sergey. Thank you for having me.
Guys on Facebook, please repost this video and type "thanks Manuel" please in comments.
Cool. Thank you very much. Bye
bye.